Well, what's up, legend? There's something that high performance teams run on. Simple. But many leaders forget you can't actually hire for it. You got to earn it, and it's invisible. So once it's gone, as is your team's spark. So this model I'm going to share with you today will show you exactly how much that trust impacts performance and what to do when your A players start pulling back. Cool? All right, let's dive in. So we talk about fear as a driver, as part of the disengagement piece, and it's fear about bringing full self to work. So the opposite of fear is trust, and when there is trust, performance soars. I want to show you this model now on how much they relate. Okay, so let's dive in. Here we go. So this is our trust performance multiplier, right? Now, trust is this horizontal thing, so horizontal axis. So over here we have high trust, and we have low trust down here, low trust. Which means the opposite, the vertical, is performance. So we have high performance, and down here we have low performance. So obviously there's a scale there, and usually, like when we recruit someone, they're gonna start with optimism, a bit of trust, and obviously we want them to be a high performer that doesn't yet have we need to support them to become their full self, right? So what we see that there is actually a number of different, there are a number of, let's go blue. There are the cultures we've surveyed, we've seen that there are really 4 core types of people here. We've got drifters who sit down here in the low trust, low performance. Drifters, we categorize them with the sleeping emoji. So they are low trust, low performance. They do just enough to get paid. They're not engaged, and actually they've checked out, quite quit, looking for their next gig. Maybe you're familiar with them. Now, on the other end, we've got people that are high trust, but they also have low performance. Now, we categorize them as misfires. They might have been hired for particular role, but maybe that role didn't eventuate, or then their genius isn't unleashed. They still have trust in the culture, but we liken them as like a bomb with the fuse, and the fuse they never went off. Right, so they sit down there. Now we have over here on the top high performance. So sitting up here, high performance, low trust. So these are the sprinters. Now they are high performance, but there's no trust there. So they are driven by either fear or survival, or, well, making money, right? Pure personal drive. They're there, they don't last long, right? So running, they're running, right? You get a spike of output from them, then they churn and they move fast. The problem is you constantly be hiring those people, which is a pain, right? So then we've got over here the mix of high performance and high trust, and that accelerates. Now, these we call the electromagnets. Electromagnets. That's what we're aiming for with this whole prize thing, right? So they are a magnet that is electrified, and it attracts more people. They are there, they perform amazingly, they stick for good, they grow with you, they protect the culture because it protects them. They don't just perform, they attract more people like them. Now here's the thing. It is like there is a connection, this whole trust thing, let's go into this trust thing. Trust is not static. It takes constant work, and it takes breathing and reminding what this culture code is. And it's not just words on the wall or on the website. It's about how it's lived. It's about what your team sees, feels, and helps shape every day. It's why just having a culture code is only the beginning. The real culture comes from how it is reinforced daily, and that's through rituals, right? So you think about this as a current. It needs constant, like a battery, it needs constant current to charge. Now, the beautiful thing about this is when you get it right, you can actually take these people into there and potentially even bring these people in here. This is another story. They're already there. You can strengthen that, but it will take some unleashing of their genius, maybe reshaping their role for that to work. Now, see the connection here about trust. The higher the trust, the higher the performance, right? That's what we want. That's what I want for you, is people living their natural genius at work. Now, this is just a small part of our electromagnetic team framework. We've kind of touched on two pieces here, and those are today, just now, talking about more in here the rituals aspect. So rituals is how you breathe the trust into this part here, which is the culture code. So amplify, rituals, and the behavior blueprint. So this is where it strengthens the culture every day, the day-to-day, right? So here's where we define them, here's where we breathe life into them and build that trust. And that's how we keep our superstars. Now, this model that we've just gone through today, hit home, download the workbook, watch the training again, take notes, and check out the other micro trainings that are accessible through the workbook. Each one tackles a real and related theme, a problem with your culture that helps you build the high-performing, self-led team that we want you to have. That's where your people thrive. That's the guilty reason, the secret reason I want everyone living their genius at work, because that's a beautiful place to be. Now, if you're serious about transforming your team from the inside out and you'd like our help, I'm going to take you through that framework, of course. It all starts with a free 10-minute planning call. No pitch, no pressure, just a real conversation about where you are now, where you'd like to be, and how we might help you get there if we're a fit. So download the workbook. The link is in there to book a call with me. And until next time, be unapologetically awesome. Bye for now.